What do you think about Lane Train Kiffin making his way down to LSU, trying to blow up Ole Miss and their playoff chances on his way out the door? I mean, Lane it's not possible for him to have a clean exit, is it?
Right. I was going to say everywhere he's been has been, other than like Florida Atlantic, it's been a pretty chaotic departure, right? He just can't have a normal exit from the NFL, assistant, a head coaching ranks. Mike, I think for all the drama and for all the craziness about the exit, I think one thing is for certain. Lane Kiffin's going to win a lot of games at LSU. And given his track record, given LSU's track record, what they can do financially, what they can do for the roster, in-state recruiting, the expectation's national championship. And so I think that's kind of the interesting spot for Kiffin is, he's been thriving at Ole Miss. And I think the expectation was, 10, 11 wins, like get to the college football playoff. Now it's a little bit higher at LSU. How do you take and how do you become the coach that's good enough to get to the playoff? How do you win a national championship? And so just getting to 9-10 wins was not good enough for Brian Kelly. Obviously, there were some other things in there, but that's the expectation for Lane, is that he's going to have to deliver deep playoff runs and national championships.
UT Rage says, hoes make money, Stephen. And maybe that fits the bill here because
only the SEC.
And hey, did you see this? So apparently, I mean, I don't understand. This makes no sense to me, but apparently LSU will be paying Lane Kiffin bonuses should Ole Miss hit achievements that he was supposed to get at Ole Miss, if that makes sense. So all these coaches got bonuses, right? Make the national championship, it's an insane amount of money. Win the national championship, it's obviously even more. If Ole Miss were to do that, LSU is going to fulfill those bonuses, which again, that's kind of asinine.
Mike, I thought there was a whole episode after the firing of Brian Kelly about fiscal responsibility. Right? I mean, come on, man. The buyouts, the contract, it's just as bad as all these other ones we've seen. And now we get this bonus structure for the college football playoff. Mike, ADs are really bad negotiators. Lane Kiffin got a great contract there, right?
Certainly, yeah. And it's not about the money, Stephen. He didn't even ask about the money. He said that in his press conference. Don't even bring the numbers to my attention. He's probably going to work for free. Given what a classy individual he is. But no, you're right. He's going to win. Let me ask you this, because this is all they care about, which is fine. But will he win a national championship, do you think, at LSU?
Mike, first of all, I would say if he doesn't really care about the dollars, shouldn't that mesh well with Governor Landry's request to have so he's just like come in, like work for, 1 million, couple bonuses? I don't know. I mean,
you would think.
I'm confused about this whole thing because after watching that whole thing, I thought maybe we'd see a little bit different, but of course, here we are, same contract structure. Mike, I think Lane Kiffin's probably going to win at a high level. National championship, I would say probably the odds probably favor him getting there, just because of he is one of those coaches that, number one, I trust that he's going to build a high-powered offense, and maybe we'll see what he gets in the portal this year, perhaps even from his old team. I suspect LSU is going to be a lot better offensively next year after what we've watched this season. So he's got the offense down. He's proven he can win the SEC. He's going to be operating from I think a better baseline too with high school talent. State of Louisiana, just an unbelievable place to go get high school players. Then you add the portal, you add all of, you're at one of the most prestigious jobs in the country. Everything says that he should win at a high level. It's not easy to. It's not going to be easy to get past Ohio State and Georgia, but I think the odds probably favor him getting LSU to a national championship appearance.
Mm-hmm. But do they win? Do you think they win it?
I'll go with one. Yeah. You think that's too bold?
No, I don't think that's bold at all. But I think the wild card here would be how long he lasts. With, I mean, anything could happen. If it's Lane Kiffin, you can't rule it out. Scandal, another job, I mean, the governor could go off. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different things could go wrong for Lane Kiffin. But yeah, I think that's why he's down there. That's why Brian Kelly was down there too. I thought Brian Kelly was going to win one. He never got close. So I certainly think Lane Kiffin is a lot better coach. I don't think I've ever deviated from that. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't get it done, it's he's Lane Kiffin for life. You know what?
Mike, I know I've said this before in your show, but if Les Miles and Ed Orgeron can win national championships, and I know the landscape is a lot different now with the transfer portal, Lane is very good at navigating that. You have the expanded playoff. It's a little bit harder. It's not 1, 2, and 4. It's 12, maybe even 16. So you got to win more games. If they can win a national title, given that Kiffin is a better coach, it would be a massive disappointment if they don't at least make it to the national championship game in the next couple of years. Not saying next year, but I mean, given that they're winning double-digit games at Ole Miss, I mean, the expectation in 27 is probably going to be, hey, we got to be 10 wins, 11 wins. The 9-game SEC slate is going to make those win totals a little harder, but I think the expectation is clearly he's being brought in to win a national championship. 10 wins and exits in the first round are not good enough.
Let me ask you this, Stephen. Which program do you have more faith in to win a national championship out of the SEC? LSU under Kiffin or Texas under Sarkisian?
Man, that's a tough one. Ooh, I might go LSU, but not by much.
You got to remember, Arch is still
right.
on the team in Texas, right?
Which, by the way, somebody looked pretty good on Friday night, right? So, man, that's a hard question because I could make a case either way. I might, maybe I'm being prisoner of the moment and, kind of being excited to see what Lane Kiffin could put together at LSU. I might go like 51-49 in terms of percentages. Would you go Texas?
I think I would, just because, we have not even really seen Kiffin at LSU, who he's hiring and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, I expect them both to be in it annually, if that makes sense. Is it realistic to be in the playoff every year? That's the expectation, but it probably shouldn't be. But to be in the race every year should be. So yeah, as long as Kiffin's there at LSU, as long as Sarkisian's at Texas, and all the resources they have at each of those, yeah, I think they're going to be in the mix every year.
Throw Kirby and Georgia in there, you're looking at 3 of the national championship frontrunners. I mean, one storyline in all this, Mike, is that maybe that LSU has upgraded in its coaching. And so, I also think Florida has upgraded quite a bit. And so the SEC got better from a coaching perspective, which lifts the whole conference up, which I know makes SEC Mike very happy. Mike, I do think in the scrutiny at LSU that every move that Kiffin makes going forward, every win or loss, if they fall short, like that's going to be ramped up to like a different level than we saw in Oxford. And so to your point, like my biggest fear of all this is the exit, because we've seen, and you could see some parallels maybe to like Urban Meyer. It's like everywhere he went, they won. It always ended poorly. I don't think we'll end up that poorly if you're Lane Kiffin and LSU, but that's kind of the one thing is like, can he sustain something there over the next 10 years and not have some sort of crazy falling out or exit there?